Session started, Professor Khurshid Ahmed of Jamaat Islami stood up and he pointed out that the government had increased the prices of petroleum products overnight, and therefore the life of common people had become very difficult. And after that, there were a number of senators who spoke on this issue. And right now, along with me is Senator Safdar Abbasi, belonging to Pakistan's People's Party. He also spoke on this issue, and let's talk to him on this issue. Senator Safdar Abbasi, you also talked on the issue of price hike of petroleum products. So don't you think that it is going to hurt the interests of common people badly?
Actually, basically the problem right now, this price hike that we see and the increasing prices of petroleum and electricity that have been announced recently, and government plans to increase the price of power rates by 2 to 3% every month. I think that I feel that that's basically a symptom of the actual disease, which is basically lack of resources as far as the Pakistan budget is concerned. And we today there's a big gap between the expenditures and the revenues. So here basically what I tried to tell the government and the finance minister, that they have to basically come up with a solution where that balance between the expenditure and revenues is brought about. At the moment, I feel that the government has increased its expenditure beyond the revenues that are being generated, and the gap that is coming about is there's a very serious issue of getting more loans and more loans and more loans.
So you strongly believe that in fact this is a larger problem, not an isolated event?
I think it's a macroeconomic issue at the moment, where there's a big gap between the revenues and the expenditure, and the deficit that is being created. Right now government is trying to bridge it through borrowing from the state bank, but I think they have burst their ceiling, and at the moment the local banks probably do not have the money to give to the government, and at the same time the government is deterring on the issue of IMF, whether they want to continue with that $11.8 billion program or not, because they are asking them for a reformed GST and increased power rates every month. I think that is bringing a burden on the common man because of the deficit that is being that is being created because of large expenditure that the government has to do. I think the government has to really sit down, and the finance minister has to come about with a plan where he can bridge this gap between the revenues and the expenditures.
And one last question: are you expecting an animated discussion on this subject in maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow?
Well, the chairman the government has consented for a debate on the economic issues and the price hike, and the chairman has agreed, and probably in the next, right now the law and order is being discussed, and probably in the next few days we might have this debate on the price hike and the economy of Pakistan. I think it's a serious issue today. I think this government has to really, and the finance minister especially, who is a known man of great credentials, he has to really come out with some solution, because with this with the debt that Pakistan has created, and with the circular debt that is the intra-corporate debt that is between the different corporations, I think this issue of debt and the debt servicing and the rising expenditures, I think that is a very crucial issue, and the finance minister has to come about with a solution whereby he is to bridge this gap between the revenues and expenditures.
Thank you very much for being with us. Well, we were talking to Senator Safdar Abbasi. He also spoke on this issue, and he had talked about the revamping of the economy of Pakistan, because he believes that the economy of Pakistan is facing serious challenges at the moment.